Hey everyone, Kai here with you from EXPED, and I've got our MegaMat Lite, and I want to give you a rundown of the details of this mat. It's part of the MegaMat series. The original MegaMat was all about one thing, getting your bed at home into the outdoors, and it does it beautifully. What we wanted to do with the MegaMat Lite, as the name suggests, is do that, deliver that bed-like experience in a lighter, more compact form. And it works. This mat that we're looking at right here is a long wide. And that size gets down to this super compact little package. So it delivers on that. It's small and light enough, certainly to take in a car camping environment, but also on a rafting trip, on a kayak trip, a canoe trip. And it's even light and small enough to take backpacking should you want to have that luxury on a backpacking trip. It weighs about 43 ounces in a long wide, and it maintains a 5.3 R value, which allows it to be used in winter should you want to use it there. There are 4 sizes. As I said, this is a long wide. There's also a medium wide, both smaller than this, and then an LXW, the long extra wide, which is bigger than this one. So anyone's idea of luxury can be delivered by MegaMat Lite. Now, a couple things about the structure of the mat. Vertical sidewalls are a really important part of this, and you can see it from your perspective. All the way around we have vertical sidewalls, and that allows the surface of the mat to run right to the edge and give you that sleep surface right on out to the edge. And that maximizes that comfort, and actually that's part of what makes the mat luxurious, and I think we can use that term. The surface of the mat is a brushed tricot material, and let's break that down. The brushed surface makes it so that it's not a shiny surface, which you would never want to sleep next to. The brushing makes it comfortable to sleep bare skin next to the mat should you want to do that. It's also stretchy, and that slight stretchiness really helps deliver that bed-like experience, that little bit of give. Another really important thing about the surface of MegaMat Lite, and this is true for most of our mats, most EXPED mats, you'll see, and from your perspective I think it's pretty obvious, this outer rail and this far outer rail, both of those are oversized. A little bit larger on the outside rails. And that helps you. It's very subtle, but it works really, really well. It keeps you from rolling off the mat. It's sort of subconscious, but it works very well. You roll, you bump up against that slightly larger outer rail, and you're centered again. So that's the surface of the mat. Now, before I go on, I want to remind you that MegaMat Lite and almost all EXPED mats are sold with schnozzle pump bag. An oversized, very lightweight pump bag. Now, you can check out our video on how to inflate mats with the schnozzle pump bag, but I think it's safe to say the long wide mat that we're working with here is about 2 minutes to inflate, so super fast. The head end of the mat houses the inflate and deflate valves, and I want to show you those because there are some very important things to consider. Inflate and deflate, and I think from there you can see that the deflate valve is oversized. So when it comes time, and I'm going to do this in a moment for you, when it comes time to purge this mat, it purges the air very quickly. The inflate valve, there are a couple of important things about it. When I open the valve, no air comes out. That's because there's a small, and you can see it there, there's a small green flapper on the inside that keeps the air from coming out in between pumps of the schnozzle pump bag. That's one advantage to it. The other advantage is if you wake up in the middle of the night and you decide that you overinflated your mat, I like a really firm mat, but some people don't like it as firm. In the middle of the night, without even getting up, you can roll over, pop that inflate valve open, and with your finger you can, and I think you can hear this, you can pop that flapper valve and let a little bit of air out, and you'll get just your firmness. And then you close the valve. Another thing that you can do with that flapper valve, and this little pin that hangs from the valve helps us, you can push the pin into the flapper and it just props the flapper open, and now you have two deflate valves. You can purge the air out really quickly. I'm going to close it back up like so. I think what I'll do at the end here is deflate this mat for you so you can just see how quick and easy it is. So I'm going to open the deflate valve, and you can hear that air begin to go out. We suggest with all EXPED mats that you roll it loosely like this and put some body weight on it. If it's down on the ground, you would kneel on it and push the vast majority of air out of that deflate valve. You can see that it's nearly deflated now anyway. Then fold the mat in thirds, roughly, so that it'll fit into the stuff sack. And then I'm just going to roll it up like so. And we'll get the last little bit of air right on out of the mat. And that's, with one roll like that, we're set to go. That is MegaMat Lite, and we'll see you at the trailhead. Cheers.